Hello and welcome to Open Pakistan webinar series. The Open Pakistan webinar series is an initiative of Open Program for Pakistan. These programs are fully funded by the Regional English Language Office RELO at the US Embassy Islamabad. These programs provide professional development opportunities to English language teachers and learners all across Pakistan. These programs include open global online courses, massive open online courses, webinar series, and then engaging our alumni into different productive activities. If you wish to stay updated about Relo Pakistan and its opportunities, you can visit www.facebook.com/Relo Pakistan. Evolution is the local implementing partner in Pakistan. If you wish to stay updated about Open Program for Pakistan, you can visit www.evolution.com.pk/open programs. Under the series of 6, we are broadcasting our first webinar, that is 6.1, and the topic for the webinar is engaging students in real time using Pear Deck. The presenter for our today's topic is Ms. Farva from Multan. She holds a master's degree in English linguistics. She has been working as an ELT professional for 7 years, teaching almost every age of group. Currently, she is working as a teacher in Beacon House, Newlands. She is certified as an open alumna through a global online scholarship course that is integrating critical thinking skills into the exploration of culture in an EFL setting, which was offered by the World Learning and sponsored by the US Department of State. She was also selected as a presenter in the Open Virtual Conference 2021. She keeps on indulging into different professional and personal development activities to enhance her skills and knowledge. For this, she has taken different massive open online courses, MOOC, which was offered by Relo Pakistan, and has attended many professional development workshops and multiple webinar series. Always, she is striving for more knowledge. She aims to be the part of many more professional and personal development activities to build a constructive and empathetic world. In today's webinar, participants will enable to explore different features of Pear Deck and learn how to create Google Slides with Pear Deck and make them interactive for their students. And also you can add the power of Pear Deck on Google Slides. And also last but not the least, you can learn how to create tons of questions in the form of draw, drag, drop, and multiple choice and instant responses. So without any delay, I would like to invite Ms. Farva for presenting the webinar.
This is the beauty of Peer Deck, that you get immediate responses from your students and you can keep a record of those responses for using them later on. You can see where the students are typing. You can see where if they're changing the answers. You can use this tool in your physical class. You can use this in your online classes and your asynchronous lesson. And you can use them as a tool for their formative assessment. Let me tell you what Peer Deck is. It is a way to turn your presentation slides into interactive activities for your students. The normal slides that we people create for our students to deliver a lesson, they are something that we are delivering, we are teaching to them. And if we are giving any question, we ask them to write them in the notebooks or in the chat box or like write on any sticky note or anything. So what the peer deck does, it gets the immediate responses of the students and you immediately see them. You don't need to check them individually. You will get the response of all of your class at one place. And if you want, you can show those responses to all the students right at that time. It is a tool that engages students in individual and social learning. Yes, this is a tool that students can use on their own pace, at their own time, whenever they want. And they can also use it for social learning while interacting with their peers, with their teacher and all. It works wonderfully with teachers in their professional development. It is an amazing tool for teachers for their teaching, for their own development, and for all. What can Peer Deck do? It flips disrupts the traditional lecture by actively engaging students in real time. They can feel as if they are in the classrooms instead of feeling that they are sitting at their home, and they feel so they don't feel any interest in the lesson and they feel so careless. And so peer that grabs their attention and attracts the students towards their classroom. Let's have a look at Pear Deck model and what are people's responses for this, and how was the experience. There are four main parts: inputs, activities, outputs, and outcomes. Inputs: who can use this? Who uses this? Administrators, teachers, and students. Administrators use this to support effective instruction, to get insight into the classroom instructions. And teachers create impactful lessons, use best practices on daily basis. Students engage with lessons and build confidence. Yes, it helps students to build their confidence that they can answer whatever they want, they can draw whatever they are feeling, they can drag their emotions, they can do anything. And the experience of the people. How is the experience? Let's see. Average class, people say that average class has 95% engagement by using Peer Deck. Over 90% of the teachers think Peer Deck is essential for remote learning. 85% teachers think that they can use it as formative assessment. And students are more engaged. Teachers think that 95% of the teachers think that the students' engagement has been increased by using this tool. And what are the outcomes? It improves the equity and engagement of the students. It improves outcome and achievements. It improves schools' climate and culture. So are you people ready to get power off with the power of Peer Deck? Let's take a tour of this peer world. Just go to your Google, open up your tabs. Let me just show you. Okay. See, go to your Google Slides. Here you can see my Google slide, the presentation that I have created, or it can be any presentation that you create for your students, for your classes. And you can see here in the add-ons, and here there is Peer Deck extension because I have already installed Peer Deck. I don't need to reinstall it. But for you people who do not have this extension, just go to the tab and type here Peer Deck for Google Slides. Once you click the option, go down to the Peer Deck for Google Slides add-on. Once you get this link, you will see the option here. As I already have this extension on my Google Chrome, and that is why I'm getting here the option of uninstall. But once you open the link, you will get the option of install, or you can get the option of install in your domain. It means that the same workplace where you are working, you must use the ID of your work organization, and your students must also belong to the same domain. This way it will work more effectively. Okay, once you add it in your Google Chrome, add the extension, then go back to your Google Slides. Now I will tell you how you can turn these Google Slides into Peer Deck slides and make them interactive for your students. Here you can see Peer Deck, or you can see add-ons. You can click any of them. If you want to go through add-ons, you can go to Peer Deck for Google Slides and open Peer Deck add-on. Once you click add-on option, you get all these options on your right side. Here are some of the options. You can see you have the option of text, means you can write any question and you can get the answer in the written form. It can be multiple choice questions that you can give any options to the students and they have to click the right options. They can number the answer, they can use any website, they can draw any of their emotions, their feelings or anything. and they can drag their answer. As you can see on my slide, I have made a slide for story writing and I have written a question. A story must be written in 3 parts. What are those 3 parts? What I'm going to do, this is a simple slide. It cannot be turned into interactive. And the students cannot answer them by using the slides. What you have to do while using this Pear Deck, you have to go to the text option. Once you click it, you'll get this on your screen and you'll get this bar on your screen. Okay, if you remove this bar, this won't be interactive anymore. But this bar should be there with each of your slide to make it interactive. Now what you have to do, once you have added this, now this has become an interactive slide. And this is the simple slide. And I'm making one more slide. This I'm going to keep as multiple choice questions. After turning these slides into Pear Deck slides, I'm going to show how it looks like according to your students' point of view. Because your students are not going to see the same thing and you are not going to know how it looks like according to your students' point of view. Because that's gonna look the different, that's gonna have the different things on their screen. Let me turn this slide into multiple choice question. Here I have given a question, what is the color for peas? I am giving the options orange. Here second option I am giving white. Next is green. And you can keep adding other options if you want. For example, I'm adding yellow. I have added 4 options here and now I am updating the slide. Here this slide is also turned into interactive. Now when you don't know how it looks like from your student's point of view, it's quite pinching. How will you get to know? For this, what you have to do, you have to start lesson. You have to go to this option, start lesson. And for starting lesson, you have to go to instructor based activity. This is student based that if they want, you want to give them some task for their asynchronous time and they have to do on their own pace, you can choose this option. But once you are doing it live in online sessions, go to instructor based activity. Here I am logging in as my work ID. This way it will launch my presentation. You will get 2 slides. One is this one and the other one is for your students. Here you get this screen. What you can do here is you can either send this link to your students or you can give the direct link to your students. Copy the link, go to this bar and just paste the link here. Here you will get, but for getting to know how it looks like from your student's point of view, you must have another ID. Now here, this is how it will look on my student's screen. From here, I am going to continue. This is from my side, how it looks like from my side. This is teacher's screen. Here I have the options of moving the slides. See, this is my interactive slide. This isn't because I don't have Pear Deck with this. This is my interactive slide. You can see. And here are the options of moving the slide. Here you can see the responses. As I don't have any response yet, there is the option of no response. Here is, you can see and you can show responses, waiting for responses because I don't have any response. Once the answers are done, you can lock the screen and here are the new prompts. Now I'm going to show how it looks like from your student's point of view. This is what they will get on their screen. And first thing is they are going to say how they are feeling today whether they are feeling happy, sad, or just normal. I'm feeling really happy today, so I'm just gonna press on this. Now this is your student screen. They will have to type the answer here, which is not visible on your screen. What I'm gonna do here, a story must be written in three parts. What are those three parts? The students are quickly writing a beginning, middle, and end. Here, the student has typed the answer and he can add multiple responses. He can add another response. And as I cannot see it from so many student sides, but I'm going to show you how it is going to look like here. One response is here, you can see. Now here you can show responses that is beginning, middle, and end. You can see how the students, and if there are multiple students, you can get multiple answers. You will be getting the answers of every student here. Here again, if I'm going to change the question, I'm going to add more. Okay, if, what are the parts of the story? It can be title, or it can be plot. So whatever the students would be adding here, it would be shown on your screen. See, everything will be visible on your screen. And here the students can add another response. But if you want to stop for the other response, you can lock your screen. This is how it will look like on student screen, that it's locked. They cannot answer anymore. Now this slide is locked. What you can go is, you can go to the next slide. As I prepared for the multiple choice question. What is the color for peace? Now this is how the student slide looked like. And your slide was looking different. It was looking this way. Now look at this. If the students are saying, suppose orange, okay, students have marked their answer. What you can see, you have to see the response. Okay, orange and white. Now it's gonna be white. Now this will keep changing. It will go on white. And if there are multiple students, you will get the record of all students here. And if you don't want any more responses, you can lock your screen and it will appear this way on the student screen. Now, what you can do, if you want new prompts and you want some answers right away, you can go for new prompt. For example, if you want some like beginning of the class and you want some like to power up your students, to motivate your students, you can have some questions like this. What do you wonder about today's topic? Here the students can type the answer. Then you can go for another response and you can say, drag your dot to how you are feeling. Students can say, I'm a little confused. Keep going, I understand. Okay, the student has dragged it. Okay, this is here. This is how the students want. Okay, the student has said, keep going, I understand. Here you will see the response on your screen. If the student is saying, stop, I need help, you can see here. You can stop right away and you can explain further. And here is draw or type two things you learn. The students will get the options. They can either draw, they can type, they can erase. So this is how they can do. This is how there are so many options. They can reflect on today's activity, stress check. Stress can also be checked on this. You see, what students will stress check. I'm in good space and can focus. They can tell this and you will be seeing. You can see students' response and then you can lock screen so that they cannot respond any further. So this is how you can go to your slides. You can keep doing, you can keep moving to your slides and Now I can go back to my slides, my original one here. Okay. You can see my Google Slides now, and the same way you can add anything, as I was telling, multiple choice questions or um, here you can see. This is again my Google Slide, and this is how you can add more and more things with Pear Deck. You can go for the drawing ones, you can go for draggable ones, and you can make your sessions really interactive. I hope you people really enjoyed this tool, and I'm sure you will be enjoying it with your students, using it in your classroom.
Thank you so much, Farva, for presenting such a wonderful webinar presentation. If you have comments, question, and or suggestion, please write to us on open@evolution.com.pk. Till then, happy teaching and learning.